What's your history IQ? Take a look at this.
Marilyn Monroe was found dead in bed under circumstances that were in tragic contrast to her glamorous career as a comic talent. Miss Monroe played in 23 films since her debut in 1950.
Contestants, here's your toss-up. What was Marilyn Monroe's real name? James.
Norma Jean Baker.
You're right, you win $100, and you're in control as we play History IQ.
And now, please welcome our host, Mark Summers.
Thanks very much. Thank you and welcome to History IQ, where you can pit your knowledge against today's three history buffs. Let's see who you will be playing against today. James, a copywriter from Leonia, New Jersey. Sara, a middle and high school teacher from New York City. And Patrick, an attorney from Philadelphia. Welcome to each and every one of you. And James, you are in control of our IQ round with $100. That means as long as you keep answering correctly, we'll add $50 additional. But if you can't think of an answer or your answer is incorrect, Sara or Patrick get a chance to jump in and steal control. Remember, contestants, at the end of this round, the person with the lowest score will be eliminated from the game. Good luck. The following questions, James, are all about our country's most famous blonde for $50. What song did Marilyn Monroe sing to President Kennedy on May 19, 1962?
Happy birthday to you.
You're right, $50. How old was Marilyn when she died in '62?
36.
Yeah, you got it, up to $200. What film script did Arthur Miller write for his then wife, Marilyn Monroe? Sara or Patrick, you can steal it away. Patrick.
Some Like It Hot?
No, that's not right. Sara, you want to go for it? It was The Misfits. The Misfits. $50 toss-up for everybody. Marilyn began her movie career as a contract player at which studio? James.
Columbia?
No, that's not right. Sara or Patrick, you can steal it. Sara.
Warner Brothers?
No, that's not right. It was 20th Century Fox. And we are out of this category as a sigh of relief goes up by Patrick and Sara. James, you have $200 on the board, and take a look at our next IQ.
Ah, yes, our vacation photos from Jamestown, Virginia, the site of the first permanent British colony. Established in 1607, Jamestown had it all. Waterfront property, Native Americans, and Pocahontas. I knew she was going to be a movie star even back then.
Okay, let's get colonial with our toss-up for $100. In 1590, before Jamestown was even settled, John White returned to what colony and found it deserted? James?
Roanoke?
Yes, for $100. Nice lead at $300. The following questions are all about Jamestown and other colonial settlements for $50. The British company that settled Jamestown in 1607 was named after Queen Elizabeth. What was it called?
Virginia.
I need more information.
Virginia Company?
Yes, $50, Virginia Company. Pocahontas was the Native American princess who married John Rolfe, a tobacco planter from Jamestown. What was Pocahontas' father? Who was he?
Powhatan?
Yes, up to $400. What strip of land did the Dutch buy from a band of Delaware Indians for 60 guilders in 1626?
Manhattan.
You're standing right on it. You're right at $450. What settler founded Philadelphia in 1682, 1 year after obtaining a charter from King Charles II?
William Penn?
Right up to $500. And we are out of this category, and James, you're just not being fair. You're hogging it all at $500. Sara and Patrick, no money just yet. We're going to relax and learn a little bit about your history. Now, James, you are a big hockey fan. You play in an adult league?
Yes, I do. I just here in Manhattan, I play really late Friday night, the only ice time they'll give us.
How many teeth have you had replaced?
None yet.
None yet?
No.
Unbelievable. It's such a rough sport, isn't it?
Well, we wear face masks, and I guess most of us have jobs to go to the next morning, so we know where to, I guess, where to stop with the contact.
How far to push it.
Yeah.
You're doing quite well at $500. Thanks for being here. And Sara, you have been a teacher for just 1 week.
Yes, I have.
Congratulations. Are you nervous?
It's been great so far. The kids are great. I told them I would say hello and tell them it's a great time.
You're teaching middle school and high school?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Well, welcome to our program. And Patrick, happy birthday. Today is your birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
And you also collect Pez dispensers, huh?
Yeah, I collect a lot of things, and that's just one of the more bizarre ones.
How many do you have?
Probably like 70 or 80.
And your most unique one?
I don't know. maybe I have the Pink Panther and Clouseau. That might be the most unique ones, but they're just, you know, anyone that you can buy. I haven't gotten into the whole, you know, buying them on eBay for $100 a piece or anything.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Don't go that far. Unless you win to 25 grand, then you can go nuts, all right?
Oh, yeah,
no
okay.
score for Patrick and Sarah. James with 500. Remember, at the end of the round, low score will be eliminated from the game. Here's the IQ next, coming up from 1945.
Winston Churchill arrives by plane to meet with Joseph Stalin and Franklin Roosevelt, and their actions and judgments are to shape world history for generations to come.
Who needs 3 Allied leaders when we have 3 great contestants? Here's a $100 toss-up for you. Name the meeting at which the 3 Allied leaders discussed the future of Germany after World War II. James.
Yalta?
Yalta is right for $100. And we have some follow-up questions for you right now. They're about Yalta and the end of World War II. Good luck for $50. At the Yalta Conference, plans were discussed for a United Nations conference that was later held in what western U.S. city?
San Francisco.
Right again for $50. Name the declaration signed near Berlin that formally demanded Japan's surrender.
The Potsdam?
Yes, Potsdam Declaration. You now have 700. On what Navy ship did Japan sign the papers and officially surrender?
The Missouri.
Yes, USS Missouri. In 1943, 2 years prior to Yalta, what conference called for Germany's unconditional surrender?
I don't know.
Don't know. Steal it away, Sarah or Patrick? Nobody knows. Casablanca Conference. Well, take a look at James' score, $750. We have a tie for second with no money. Somebody needs to get on the board to find out who's going to our Tri-Q round. Here's our last IQ clip. Join me.
El Caudillo, the strongman, Perón enacts a program of sweeping social reforms. Perón has found a perfect helpmate, Maria Eva Duarte, whom he marries and makes Secretary of Labor.
Contestants, don't cry for this toss-up for $100. What was Eva Perón's profession before she married Juan? James.
Actress.
Yes, $100 added to your score at $850. The following questions are all about Juan and Evita Perón, Argentina's most famous couple. For $50, James. In her position as First Lady, Evita lobbied for a bill that allowed women what right?
The right to vote?
Yes, up to 900. Who played Juan and Evita Perón in the 1996 movie Evita?
Antonio Banderas and Madonna?
That's incorrect, Sarah. Patrick, you can take it. Time is up. Jonathan Pryce and Madonna. $50 toss-up for everybody. Juan Perón was elected president of Argentina in 1946, 3 years after the overthrow of what president? Ramon Castillo. Another toss-up for 50. Juan Perón was overthrown in 1955, but he returned as president of Argentina in what decade? James.
1970s?
That's right, for $50 at $950. And we are out of this category. This has never happened. We are off the round at $950, James. You're in the lead. So Sarah and Patrick, I'm going to ask a question. If you answer correctly, Patrick or Sarah, you will move on. Incorrect, your opponent moves on. Good luck for Sarah and Patrick for $50. Here's your question. Perón's third wife, a former dancer, took what job after her husband's death in 1974? Patrick, if you're right, you're moving on.
President.
You are right. President of Argentina with $50. And you and James will carry on. Sarah, I feel horrible.
I have nothing to add.
That's all right. You're nervous. It's a little nerve-wracking back there. You played well, and I appreciate you coming on History IQ. And Harvey, give us some nice things to take home.
For Sarah, it's the Smithsonian Catalog gift certificate reflecting the rich diversity of its collections. The Smithsonian Catalog offers an exceptional selection of fine gifts, jewelry, home decor, apparel, toys, and more. Mark?
Okay, Harvey, James is sitting there with $950, and Patrick, well, he has 50, but you know what? In our Tri-Q round, the money gets really big, and on the first question, there could be a $400 difference. Who's going for the 25 grand today on History IQ? Stick around. We'll find out together right after we do this.
Welcome back to History IQ. It's an interesting game going on here in the studio. Here once again is Mark Summers.
Thanks, Harvey. James in first place with $950. And Patrick, we inadvertently gave you some money last time around. We weren't supposed to do that because there was a tiebreaker, and that allowed you to move in. What's that?
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday. You're going to do fine. You don't have any money just yet, but last time we checked your IQ. This time we're going to check out your TriQ. I'm going to show you a list of 3 related items and then ask you a question. Up to you to determine which one of those items is the correct answer. Get it right, $200 is yours, and an opportunity at a $100 follow-up. The difference between the last round and this one, give us a wrong answer, we're going to deduct money from your score. All right, here's our first TriQ. George V, George VI, George Steinbrenner. Who was served hot dogs on his visit to FDR's cottage in Hyde Park? Patrick?
That would have been George VI.
Yeah, you're right. You're on the board. See you right away with $200.
All right.
And there is a follow-up about baseball history. You going to hit or miss?
I'll take that.
You're going to take it. All right, for 100. George Steinbrenner's Yankees were not always called that. Which of the following was not one of the original names? Was it the Highlanders, the Cardinals, or the Orioles?
The Cardinals.
The team was originally the Orioles, but they moved to New York and became the Highlanders and the Yankees in 1913. You have $300. Making your move, Patrick. James still at $950. And our next TriQ. Johnstown, Jonesboro, Johannesburg. In which city did an 1889 flood kill thousands? Patrick.
That would have been Johnstown.
Yeah, Pennsylvania flood occurred when the South Fork Dam broke. You have $500 and a follow-up about Johannesburg. You can play or pass it to James.
I'll play.
Play it for 100. Johannesburg was founded in 1886 after what was discovered in the region? Oil, gold, or diamonds?
Gold.
Yes, you're up to $600 just like that. James, we haven't heard from you in the TriQ round, perhaps on this TriQ. Coney Island, Kennywood Park, Hershey Park. Which park had the very first roller coaster? Patrick.
Kennywood Park.
That is incorrect. We'll deduct 200. James, you can take it if you'd like.
I'd like to.
Okay.
Coney Island?
Coney Island. Switchback Gravity Pleasure Railway opened in 1884. You have $1150. You'll need to know something about Coney Island for the follow-up. Do you want to play or pass it to Patrick?
I'll play.
All right, for 100. Brighton Beach, Brooklyn has the U.S. largest number of what? Russian Jews, Chinese restaurants, or Dominican churches?
Russian Jews.
Yes, $100 added to your score, $1,250. 400 for Patrick, and another TriQ. Philip Morris, James Duke, John Hedges. Whose family was the first mass producer of cigarettes? Patrick.
James Duke.
Yes, for $200. He began selling chewing tobacco when he was 9 years old. What was wrong with that boy? Here's our follow-up about tobacco history. You want to pass it or play it?
Gotta play it.
All right, for 100. The controversial Joe Camel advertising campaign was used by what tobacco company? R.J. Reynolds, Philip Morris, or the Camel Corporation?
Philip Morris.
That is incorrect. We'll have to take away 100. The answer is R.J. Reynolds. All right, 500 to 1250. Here's our next TriQ. Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, Lithuania. Which country was never under German rule during World War II? Patrick.
Liechtenstein.
Right, for $200, back up to 700. And we have a follow-up about Liechtenstein. You can play it or pass it.
I gotta play it.
All right. Of what art movement was Roy Lichtenstein a member? Pop art, Dadaism, or op art?
Pop art.
Yes, you're up to 800. Nice job. 800 for Patrick. 1250 for James. Another TriQ. Secretary General of the UN, President of NATO, President of Austria. Which 2 positions did Kurt Waldheim hold? Patrick.
He was Secretary General of the UN and President of Austria.
For $200, you're up to 1,000. You have a follow-up question about Kurt Waldheim. You can play it or pass.
I'll play.
All right, for 100. Under whose administration was Waldheim banned from entering the U.S.? Was it Ford? Was it Reagan? Or was it Bush?
It was Reagan.
For 100 is right. You have 1,100 now. He was banned because of involvement with the Nazis. And that sound means we have less than a minute in our TriQ round, moving on to our speed challenge. Look at the scores now. James, 1,250. Patrick, you have 1,100. I'm going to ask you a series of rapid-fire questions. If you're right, I'll put $100 on your score. If you're wrong, I'll deduct it. The person with the highest score at the end of the round goes to the IQ timeline for $25,000. Here's our final TriQ. Republican, Democrat, neither. I will read a fact. You tell me whether I'm referring to the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, or neither party. For $100, let's get started. President Grover Cleveland's party. Patrick.
Democrat.
Right. President Abraham Lincoln's party. Patrick.
Republican.
Right. The party that embraced 1994's contract with America. James.
Republican.
Right. The party whose 1968 convention was disrupted by protesters. Patrick.
Democrat.
Right, you've taken the lead. The party that ran John Anderson for president in 1980. Patrick.
Neither.
Right. Party of Defense Secretary William Cohen. James.
Democrat.
Wrong. Take away 100. It's Republican. The party whose first president was Andrew Jackson. Patrick.
Democrat.
Right. The party whose 1992 presidential candidate got 19. We are done. And Patrick, you did it with $1,600. You've won the game. What a comeback you made. James, you played so great. I hate to say goodbye. Thanks for being a part of our show. And Harvey, what do we have for him?
For James, it's the Wurlitzer Mini Bubbler CD player with remote. The new Wurlitzer Mini Bubbler features neon columns and bubble accents, manufactured by Crosley for the Wurlitzer Company.
Here we go. Follow me over here. Now, Patrick, be honest with me. When we started that round, what did you think your odds were?
Pretty slim.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Boy, you knew
I just
yourself.
wanted to score.
You just wanted, well, you did. You have $1,600, and now a chance for $25,000 by putting 10 headlines in proper chronological order. Take a look at what year your timeline begins with, and that is the year 1918. Yes, concentrate for just a minute. Well, folks, he came back. He won. He's going for $25,000. The year begins 1918. Play along with us when we come back from this commercial right here on the History Channel on History IQ.
Welcome back to History IQ. Patrick's about to try for $25,000. And now back to our host, Mark Summers.
Thanks, Harvey. Patrick is here with $1,600 in his pocket and the most amazing comeback I've ever seen on this program. So you're relaxing now?
Relaxing, yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell you a little bit about winning $25,000. You're going to have 60 seconds to put 10 headlines in the proper chronological order, starting with the year 1918. As you build your timeline, you can hit those green IQ hot buttons up to 5 times during the 60 seconds. They're going to tell you how many headlines are in the correct place. Keep switching those headlines until they're in the right order or until time runs out. You get all 10 correct, $25,000 is yours. Don't forget about those hot buttons. They are there for your benefit. Use them, but use them wisely. Here are your headlines. Bird flies over North Pole. First Miss America crowned. John Scopes found guilty. The jazz singer. U.S. No League of Nations. Romanoff family executed. President Harding dies. Hoover takes over the FBI. Black Sox fixed series, Soviet Union formed. Look at those headlines. They begin in 1918, they end in 1927. 5 hot buttons to use in 60 seconds. Let's win $25,000. Here's 60 seconds. Ready? Begin. Going right for the Soviet Union, you said, and you're going to hit, no, you got to hit the year.
Yeah.
Hit the year. Black Sox in 1919, you say. Soviet Union formed in 22. Down to 50 seconds, and in 23 we have Hoover. And the jazz singer in 27. You want to check those hot buttons, you can do it. I would highly recommend it. It's up to you. You've got 3 correct out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you've got placed. You're going to have to switch them around. $30 seconds. 2 correct. You may want to start thinking about placing those other headlines. 3 hot buttons remain. 22 seconds. Getting to the point where you may want to start thinking about placing those, picking up some additional dollars, with just 11 seconds remaining. 8 seconds. Get them in there as quickly as you can. 4 seconds. Hurry. Okay, we have to stop right there. All right, you have placed 7 out of the 10. Let's see how many you got correct. You got 3 correct. 19, 19, 20, and 27. Let's put them all in proper chronological order. 1918 was Romanoff family executed. Then we moved on to First Miss America. Soviet Union formed. President Harding dies. In 1924, Hoover takes over the FBI. In 25, John Scopes found guilty. In 26, Bird flies over the North Pole. And in 27, you got it, the jazz singer. 3 correct answers will give you $500 for each one of those. That's $1,500 added to your upfront score of $1,600. Walking away with $3,100. Nice job, sir.
Thanks.
You must be real proud of yourself because you barely made it into the Tri-Q round, and a great come-from-behind victory there with $1,600. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for being here as well. If you'd like to know more about how to play along online as well as be a contestant on our program, Harvey's going to tell you that in just a few seconds. That's it for today's show. I'm Mark Summers. Join me next time when we ask that question, what is your history IQ? See you real soon here on the History Channel. Bye-bye.
Think the first Superdome was opened in 1965? You're about 2,000 years off. Think the first gated communities were built in the 1980s? Think again. The Romans, they not only conquered the ancient world, they conquered the future. Rome, Engineering an Empire, premieres Monday at 9 on the